Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be doing episode number 8 of JCU, which is the series where I help y'all with talking through one of my competitive games or something along those lines to help you become a better MyTEAM player and learn what to do and what not to do in these sweaty games, and hopefully give y'all tips and tricks that will help you to become better at the game. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, this was actually my first game of King of the Court. As y'all can see, I'd only been streaming for 7 minutes when this game started this past Saturday. So it unfortunately was not it was not a lucky run for me at all in King of the Court this weekend. All I matched pretty much were sweats besides the game after this game. The game after this game, I did match a dude who I blew out pretty easily, but every single other player that I matched was a sweat pretty much the whole time. And I matched up against a sweat in this first game, which led to a very, very close, very, very competitive game that I think is a good game to talk through for this video. So without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's start it off. So first game of King of the Court, I gotta say, I did not expect to match a sweat first game, but we matched up against my boy Shorings, who's a very, very solid MyTEAM player, has a good squad with Devin Booker and Al Harrington, Willis Reed, Thurl Bailey, a lot of size in his lineup, and Wiggins as well. Not like the best team that's ever been, but overall a very, very solid squad, and a squad that is 100% capable of competing. So yeah, overall I think this is a good game. That's the thing. It's a good player and a really, really good game that we played in this very, very close game. Goes right down to the wire. So let's skip forward just a little bit through his settings. And as y'all can see, 0-0 game. He's starting off with a rim run from Devin Booker. First possession, gets inside and gets a standing dunk. A good start for Shorings to get himself a bucket first possession. I hop into my settings. All I'm doing here is basically smothering the primary ball handlers. And then guys who have like bad releases or bigs, I'm putting their on-ball pressure on moderate. And I'm also putting their off-ball pressure on moderate if they have a bad release. If they have a good release, I'm leaving it on moderate. But if they have a bad release, or on tight, I should say, but if they have a good bad release, I'm putting it on moderate. And so that's pretty much all I'm changing there in settings. And we hop into this game, getting the ball to Dr. J, trying to rim run. I should have just rim ran off of that screen, to be honest. I would have had more open there than otherwise, and I turned the ball over. Thurl Bailey makes a heck of a play on the ball, and he gets a transition 3, and we are immediately down 5-0. Not gonna lie, not a great start. Probably should have played a warm-up game. I didn't play a warm-up game at all before King of the Court, and so this is literally my first game of the day, but we're going to do the best we can to come out here and try to get ourselves a win. Franz Wagner is the new diamond hidden gem that I got from Showdown this past weekend, and that's not an easy shot either. And I start off this game kind of rough. I mean, that was an open, but it wasn't an easy shot off the dribble. Not super open, so unfortunately just not really the start we were looking for in this game. So just going to do the best we can to stay in it and deal with not the best start ever. Good job recovering to the slip there with Jaren Jackson. He drags back and gets a wide open 3 with Al Harrington, and luckily it misses. That's a good move right there, and he got Paulo into the screen, but luckily we were able to get ourselves a stop because he missed the 3. And he's doing a good job of this pick and roll defense so far with Devin Booker. Like, he does a good job there as well, but that's a great escape. Good move into a good shot. Again, getting an open 3 with a really good release in Dr. J, and unfortunately we're not able to knock that one down either, and we have ourselves a 5-0 deficit still, which isn't ideal. He might have had a dunk there with Devin Booker if he'd gone up off of that crossover, but he kicks it out. Low-key was kind of open there too, and then comes off the screen, 4-3 and misses. Thankfully, it's a couple of open shots in a row that he has missed, which is good because I've missed a couple of shots as well. And so luckily it's still only a 5-0 ball game, despite the fact I haven't scored in the first 2 minutes of the game. We're only down 5, so it could be worse. Hop stepping through, kind of forced. This is a bad start, honestly. Good defense by Thurl Bailey. That was a bad take, and I greened the layup, but I mean, that's not a good take regardless. Whether it goes in or not, it doesn't make a good offense. And that was just pretty poor offense right there by me. But luckily, we were able to put ourselves in good defensive position there. Tried to play that with Franz. It wasn't really there. And Jaren Jackson Jr. just makes a play. That was the CPU making a play there. But unfortunately, it's an immediate turnover into an open 3, which he misses again. We're both missing open shots so far. Thankfully, he missed that one. I turned the ball over as soon as I got a steal there. That was a shame. And then I honestly tried to turn it over there with Devin Booker as well. I'm playing like garbage to start this game off, but we come off the screen there and knock down a rhythm shot fade. In case you don't know how to rhythm shoot RT fades, all you do is instead of rhythm shooting from down to up, you rhythm shoot from up to down. And much better defense right there from Dr. J, able to get through and get ourselves a big contest And we're trying to throw it out to Dr. J in transition. Just reset it up top here. And let's see if we can get the offense going. And I get stripped by Thurl. I don't know why I got stripped there, to be honest. I didn't think I was really in bad defensive position or offensive position there, but we do wind up getting stripped. Trying to send a little bit of a body at Thurl Bailey. Devin Booker walling him up properly, effectively. Stand in front, click on, and strip the drop step. Beautiful stuff. Great defense right there, and it leads to an open shot in transition. Pull up mid-range. Really not what I wanted. I should have just shot the front fade off the catch, to be honest. Right there, if I go back, this is the shot I should have shot. As soon as I catch this, this is a shot. That's a wide open three with a guy who's got a great fade. Just shoot it. Instead, I wait, take a couple dribbles, try to set my feet. Still am not able to set my feet and miss the shot anyway. Just kind of turned a good shot into a not very good shot, unfortunately. And it just winds up, unfortunately, not being a bucket where we probably could have had a very easy look at a wide open three. And instead, we make it a more contested mid-range. Just not what we're looking for right there. Downhill drive with Thurl again. I jump with Booker, but Booker is unable to get enough of a contest, and he has himself a 7-5 lead. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Just not a very good start, in all honesty. Just not what we're really looking for. How did I not wind up scoring here? Oh, I got bumped by Al Harrington out the corner. That's good defense right there. Good job of him dropping out the corner and getting himself a bump. And again, the offense has been sluggish so far in this game. Good shot by Willis. Open three. I mean, he's missing. Honestly, it's a very good thing he's missing because I'm missing too and I'm not playing well. But Dr. J coming off the screen, I was trying to get a fade, but we didn't have enough time to get the fade off, and I don't believe that one counted. Nope, didn't get the flick up off until the quarter had already ended. And so only 12 points combined in the first quarter. A lot of open missed shots, a lot of mediocre defense, just a lot of not beautiful stuff right there. Second quarter, though, screen and roll with Franz Wagner. He slips behind Devin Booker. We get ourselves a dunk to start off the quarter, which is solid and ties the game back up at 7. Definitely not playing as well as I would like to be in this game at all, but and that's not good defense either, but he hits the rhythm three that time. Not missing open anymore. Drills that shot. We got a little bit too far into the screen with Devin Booker and we're unable to finish. Good shot by Book, low-key, kind of. I mean, it's an open with a great shooter. I don't hit it, but I don't hate the shot. We got enough space for that to be a pretty good shot there, I would say. I low-key had the first shot just off of that front escape that I did. I passed it up, but he ends up overplaying with Wiggins, trying to stop the Devin Booker fade, and he winds up just giving up a little bit too big of a window for Dr. J, who knocks down the rhythm shot 3 and ties it back up at 10. Step up with Paulo because we know he's going to try to look to shoot more than anything else with Al Harrington. Dr. J does a good job of sticking with it perfectly, but then I drag Willis, or Jaren, a little bit too far off of Willis. Just not great pop D by me, and it winds up giving up an open shot that luckily, again, he misses, and we get a dunk in transition. He's missing a lot of open shots so far. I think I've missed 2 or 3, but he's missed like 4 or 5, and so that is working in our favor for sure, that he's unable to shoot the ball super effectively so far. Again, bad pop D, just Jaren Jackson Jr. dragging him too far off the pop, not able to recover back in time to a guy with as good of a release as Willis Reed has, and unfortunately leads to another easy bucket. Try to hop step through with Franz, and we get stripped by D-Book, and he calls a timeout, I believe, to put in his bench. No, he didn't put in his bench. I'm not entirely sure why he called the timeout, to be honest, because he didn't actually sub in his bench at all. Pretty good defense there, though. Didn't give up the pop that time. Just stay with him. That's open-ish, but I do step relatively high with Jaren, which at least creates a little bit of a contest, although it still winds up being an open. That, if I'm not tripping, that was a double dribble. Let me, hold on. Am I tripping? I think that was a double dribble. Yeah, Franz dribbles the ball to the side, pump fakes, and then dribbles again. That's a, what? I have no idea how the game just let that happen. And he gets another open 3 and dribbles this time with Harrington. That is garbage. He literally just double dribbled with Al Harrington. I have no idea why the game let that happen, but I'm annoyed that it did. Franz Wagner, I try to attack the mismatch again with Booker. Come off the screen. We are wide open. That needs to be green, and it is. Good shot with D-Book to cut it back to a 1-point game. A little bit irked that he managed to get a 3 ball off of a double dribble the last possession. That was unfortunate, but that's how it goes. And again, just Pop D is not there, giving up too much space on Willis Reed. It's like the 3rd time in 4 or 5 possessions that I have played really poor Pop D, and good job not shooting that one. It would have been a little too contested by Thurl. Hit our pop here. And we send Dr. J on a backdoor catch and standing dunk. He's just too high with Wiggins there. Was clicked on with Wiggins trying to steal that next pass, and we send the backdoor, and he's just out of position. Unable to recover with Harrington in time to a position where he can get himself a stop. And it's only a 2-point game. So, again, not the best game we've ever played in terms of the start. And he drills the 3 off the screen with Booker as well. But we are only down by 5. Again, don't think I played very well at all this first half, honestly. I don't think I played that well in this game as a whole. This is one of those games where it certainly would have helped to have had some sort of warm-up instead of just coming out here and playing. And we did not do a good enough job in this game, I wouldn't say, at all. Good move, though, by Dr. J into a tough shot. Boy, green it because Dr. J's a dog, and he hits that lightly and cuts it back to a 2-point game. And again, not the first half we were looking for overall. Not playing good enough, but not sure why they switched out the corner there. But I think Willis is forced. He gets a weird catch. It slows down his shot, and it creates a lightly instead of an open. And it's another shot that he misses. So I don't know why they doubled there. That wasn't really what I was looking for. But Franz, good slip, gets in front of Thurl Bailey that time, gets himself an easy dunk, and it's a tie ball game with 18 seconds left in the first half. So the goal here is obviously just to get a stop and end the half off well. And I think I sent a double team. Yeah, I did send a double team. And then I give up a wide open mid-range to Al Harrington because I was trying to play the corner pass to Wiggins. I don't know if double teaming there was the right decision. I wanted to speed him up and try to get the ball out of his hands. But luckily it winds up working out because we get a quick backdoor at the end of the half back towards Paulo, and a full court shot from Booker does not go in. And we have a tie ball game at halftime, 24 apiece. Not the most beautiful offense you've ever seen, but a tie game nonetheless. Sub my bench in here. I got Jamal Crawford as my point guard off the bench and king of the court this weekend. Honestly, didn't love Jamal Crawford at this point. I feel like he's a little bit mediocre, honestly, so it wasn't the best performance I've ever seen out of this Jamal Crawford card or anything. I just don't. At this point, I just don't love him, and that was a bad first possession. We didn't get anything open at all, and, I mean, we did get an open shot with Jamal. We missed that, and then we got an offensive rebound, and off the offensive rebound, got absolutely nothing. Good move right there. Good shot from Kirk Heinrich. Retakes the 2-point lead. Overall, it's just not good enough the way that I've played this game. Decision-making hasn't been ideal. Shot creation hasn't been ideal. Just haven't been able to create a ton of space. That right there, though, Jamal not having a good burst there kind of limits him because he's unable to get the spacing that I really wanted. On Kirk Heinrich, he's just not able to create enough space, but luckily we do get off the screen. You force a switch with Kirk Heinrich on Al Harrington, and that's a mismatch for an easy standing dunk and a tie game yet again. As y'all can see, this entire game I don't think has been further apart than 5 points, and so we got a really close game right here. Really nice defense there. He throws to the wrong corner, and Bruce Bowen with the steal. I might have had Al Harrington in the corner for 3. Honestly, I might have had that shot with Marin too, but we definitely have that shot. And Marin off the Curry escape uses the screen effectively to create space, even by rejecting the screen. And we get ourselves an open 3 and a knockdown 3 with Marin. Unfortunately, he commits a foul there on the screen instead of that being an illegal screen. I would have loved an illegal screen in that situation, but it winds up instead being a foul on Marin, I guess, pushing through the screen. And he runs and fades with T-Mac. Not an easy shot, but drills it. Corner fades are just really good. That run around in a circle off of a screen with your left trigger, actually, I think, or left stick, I think is actually pretty effective. Just like left stick running in the other direction, pretty much. He's running one way and he turns around and runs the other direction and actually creates a pretty decent amount of space, which I don't feel like it should, but it does. And so back to a tie game as he hits a nice shot. It's a pretty tough shot with T-Mac. I gotta say, Jamal Crawford's movement is not good enough for me at this point to justify using him, considering defensively he's just okay, and slashing wise he's also just okay, but he does get downhill, get to the rim there, and finish at the rim. He is a really good finisher, Hoffley at Mixmaster and stuff like that. So while he's not a great slasher, he's a very good layup finisher, I guess, if nothing else. And the bench here, I mean, Bruce Bowen, Jack Marin, I like them a lot. I just don't love Jamal Crawford. That was low-key a dot, almost an accidental dot, I feel like. And we're doing a good job defensively in this possession. Al Harrington's recovering well to Bailey Howell. He's doing a good job cutting off the dribble drive or the slip right there with Jack Marin as well. And we contest the fade. That's a good defensive possession. Really solid job of not making anything easy. And the idea now is to figure out a way to capitalize offensively. We get a good look, but not a great look. A mid-range fade that's contested that early in the shot clock is not a shot I should have taken. It's just not a high enough percentage shot. But then he comes right back down and shoots a low percentage shot in his own right, a slow fade with T-Mac that's also lightly contested. When you get that type of shot early in the shot clock, it's just not Late in the shot clock, that's a fine shot because you just got to get a shot up. If you can get a shot that has a decent percentage chance, that's okay. But early in the shot clock, forcing lightlies is just not the way to go. Kirk Heinrich is mismatched again on Al Harrington that time, and we do green the layup, which is good because he did get a lightly contest. But again, attacking that mismatch with Kirk Heinrich, and it puts us with a 4-point lead with 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Again, really solid defense to this point in the possession. Nothing is really open. Jamal Crawford doing a good job of getting through the screen. Click on and don't let Kmart run around us. Good defense by Bowen as well. 5 seconds left in the shot clock. He's just running back and forth, and he gets another open three. Not even open. We jumped with Moses. Got a contest, and he still greened it. Just one of those possessions where it's like, I feel like we should have gotten a stop, and we didn't, and that's annoying. And that cuts it back to a 3-point game with 25 seconds left. Looking for the Pro 2 fade there, but T-Mac doesn't hit the screen well enough. Don't have much spacing created either here, and with 18 seconds left, I mean, we're going to try our best to get something open. Dump it off to Harrington. Nothing is open at all, though, in this possession, and it just couldn't get a good shot. I tried my best, and then I green it. I didn't get a good shot that possession, honestly, but Al Harrington, fast jumper, just got barely enough space somehow, and we managed to get ourselves a stop. And he does the same run to the corner again. I manually contest with Bruce Bowen, and he greens another lightly fade with Tracy McGrady. 3 fades in the third corner, 2 of them lightly contests, and he greens all 3. Just massive. That could have easily been 0 points, and it winds up being 9 points for him between those 3 possessions. I'll live with the defense. I feel like we contested all 3. 2 of them we contested really well, and he made him anyway. Like, it's just going to happen sometimes. It's annoying. It's very annoying, but it is going to happen. Dr. J, with great defense there, manages to poke that ball away on the backdoor cut and get us the ball back to start the fourth quarter. Franz Wagner, confident shot. Not exactly a great shot, but he does have a great release, and he puts it up and in over Cedric Maxwell to knock that one down and put it back at a 3-point game. Playing low here, staying in front of Bailey Howell. Not giving up the slip. Again, he's going to run to the corner. We're in great position that time, though, with Dr. J. He's literally just trying to run around to the corner at this point with T-Mac. Good defense overall, not bad anyway. And we get another lightly contest with Franz Wagner. That's the help of being 6'10" right there. That length helps him to get a contest and get us another stop. And that's a good foul right there because I was getting to where I had a good downhill drive with Devin Booker. Spacing wasn't perfect because for some reason Franz was cutting through their lane, but still I would say pretty solid. And another ball in Dr. J's hands. I mean, that's where we want the ball, right? But unfortunately, I just didn't get in a space. Late in the shot clock, try to force it into Paulo, and he gets the ball bumped away from him. And it's just not really what we were looking for there. Just not good enough. And Devin Booker coming off the screen, wide open, drills the 3. A lot of run around in his offense right now. Run one way and then run the other, and we are struggling to stay in front of it, which is very annoying. Just not ideal. Not ideal at all. Franz is 6'10", Booker is 6'5". That's a mismatch, and that's a finish. Good stuff. Sorry, I think Booker's actually 6'6", but still, that's a mismatch and one that we want to take advantage of as much as we can, and we get ourselves an open 3, or an open 2 there, I should say, and we knock it down. But then he comes right back, gets off the screen with Wiggins. We get stuck in the screen. He gets himself a 3 right back. I mean, that's a great bucket right there. Just have not been able to stop the 3s enough in this game to extend the lead, and this game felt like a game that I could have won a little bit comfortably, but unfortunately, instead of winning comfortably, we're in a position here with a 1-point deficit, now a 2-point lead because of a great rhythm shot fade to the corner with Dr. J, big bucket there, where we have managed to retake the lead at this point. At the end of the day, it is kind of annoying, though, having to deal with this game with some of the things that happen. Like those corner fades with T-Mac were really annoying, and then I give up another pick and pop to Willis Reed. It's like the 4th pop I've given up this game. It's just not good enough. The defense has not been good enough this game. And yes, he greened a couple of fluky shots with T-Mac, at least a little bit fluky. But we still have not done a good enough job defensively in this game, nor a good enough job offensively in this game. This just has not been a great game overall. That's good offense, though. Wide open 3. Franz Wagner drills it, needed it. We got D-Book switched on to Jaren Jackson Jr., and he didn't help out on the pop to Franz. Tried to recover the big onto the big instead, and he gives up a wide open 3 to Franz, which is a huge 3-ball again to retake a 2-point lead. We're just trading blows at this point right now. Good X-switch there. Jaren's playing the slip. Good defense. Staying in front of him, between him and the basket. Watch the back door to Thurl Bailey. Really good defense here. Contest, and it's a stop into a rebound. Wide open shot. Frustrating. Just really annoying playing 24 seconds of perfect defense and not getting a stop. It is one of the most annoying things in the game. as we might maybe just cheese the backdoor again a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, that was definitely a little bit of a cheesy backdoor, but I haven't called one in quite a while, and I wanted to see if I could get myself an easy bucket here, and we managed to do exactly that with Dr. J. Downhill drive from Thurl. I jump with Booker, and unfortunately a lightly contest is not enough to force a miss, and it's retied at 48, and that 40 seconds left at this point. This is a huge possession. Got to get points. Got to try our best to attack this mismatch here. Franz, I tried to hop step, but he got forced to pick up his dribble instead. Going corner here, recalling the screen, going to try to use the behind the back into a shot, but for some reason, Dr. J fades. He didn't need to fade. I don't know if it was a great shot regardless, but he definitely didn't need to fade. Made it basically impossible to green. With 17 seconds left, the idea here is not to give up an open, or not to give him the last shot. And I give up a wide open three to Thurl Bailey. Let's just go back real quickly. This is what I should have done. If I'm in a double team here, because I don't want him to get the last shot, I should double team off of like Paulo or at worst Jaren so I can rotate. The whole side of the court is so open that yes, I click onto Paulo and I'm running over there and I'm still way too late because I just don't have enough room clicking onto Jaren there to actually recover to Thurl Bailey. Winds up being a wide open three, and I get absolutely blessed that he missed. Just a massive, massive miss. He overhelps with Booker, gives up an open standing dunk to Jaren Jackson Jr., and with 6.3 seconds left, I'm expecting a timeout, but we don't get one. 5, 4, he tries to drive, run corner, nothing's there, swings it out to Willis. This is too deep anyway. Clicked on with Jaren. He actually got me into the screen with Al Harrington, but doesn't have enough time to get the shot up, and he misses and loses 50 to 48. Not my best game whatsoever. Defensively, we made too many mistakes. He made some really tough shots with T-Mac in the third quarter, but overall, not a good enough defensive game at all. Gave up the pop too many times again, which is kind of becoming a consistent theme with my defense. Something I really need to work on. But also just, I don't know, man, just not quite executing well enough offensively. Shoring's played well. This is a good game against a good player, and we got lucky that he missed that shot with Thurl Bailey, plain and simple, to win the game. Because if he makes that shot, we're down 3 with 10 seconds left, 15 seconds left, whatever it is, and he's probably fouling there, and we're not getting a 3 up, and we likely lose the game. Just got absolutely blessed that he missed that shot. It wound up working out really nicely, but overall, could have been a better game, for sure. I would have liked to have played better than I did, but we got the win, and at the end of the day, that's what matters, winning our first King of the Court game. Unfortunately, my King of the Court run as a whole did not go great. I still wound up losing 3 more games in the next like 3.5 hours, and unfortunately was not able to get top 1% by about 100 or 150 points this past weekend. So hopefully this weekend will be better in that case. Certainly could have played better as a whole this weekend, but we did manage to get the win in that one, and hopefully that was a helpful game to watch. So with that being said, that's going to do it for the video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.